I don't know about you, but I'm feeling very colorful. Why? Because it's the Colour Walk, supporting the Prince George Hospice and Palliative Care Society. It's on right now, and there's plenty of folks taking part. We're going to learn about that today, and we're going to also learn about something that is probably very colorful, or the bruises from it certainly are. Primetime Wrestling, back in Prince George this weekend. All that and more coming up on CKPG Today. You're looking at the map from 2017 here in the Williams Lake area in the Cariboo Fire Centre. A lot happened. Obviously, we're approaching the 8-year anniversary of that incident, and we're talking to a guy today who was on the ground in the area for all of this. Darren, thanks so much for spending the time to chat, because this is, wow. Is there any other way to put it?
Well, it's hard to believe that 8 years have gone by already. It's not feeling 8 years, but...
Still remember it like it was yesterday?
Well, some of it's starting to blend. We've had some pretty serious fire seasons since then in the province. This, at the time, was probably the most serious that we had had.
So talk to me about July 7th, because we were talking about this is the day, I don't want to call it doomsday, but it was kind of like that in a way.
Yeah, so July 7th, we hadn't had a lot of moisture. Things were really quite dry. And for the context of that day, we had already had quite a few fires in province, as well as within the fire centre. We were probably sitting around 60 plus fires here in the fire centre that were already active.
And that's a lot for the Cariboo Fire Centre, right?
Yeah, that's quite a number of fires. Now, of course, those fires are in all sorts of stages. They might be under control, they might be new and emerging fires, but in any case, it certainly is a resource to manage that many fires, even if they are under control. Because we have to be on site and make sure things are going well there. For the particular day, this July 7th, was a Friday. Of course, it's the holiday season, and people are out and about, and a lot of concern about, of course, public being out there, preventing fires from humans. However, on the 7th, what was going on was a particular weather system was coming through. Dry lightning had been forecasted for early to mid-afternoon, one of the worst times to get any kind of lightning storm.
That's what they call crossover, right?
That's right. It's the hottest time of the day. It's the driest time of the day. If you're going to get an ignition, it's going to be really difficult to manage. Fires will grow rapidly, faster than we can certainly respond to them. This particular day, lots of wind. The forecasters provincially, there's many meteorologists on staff for the BC Wildfire Service. We have a meteorologist that was designated just for this fire centre, who is giving us hour-by-hour updates. Originally, the dry lightning was actually forecast to come through the south.
Okay.
Then it got changed, and it was actually supposed to go right past the Cariboo and actually up into the Robson Valley, of course.
Oh, really? Okay.
East of Prince George.
Yep.
We were concerned that we were going to get the fringe of that. That would be up in the Barkerville Wells area. And so with that concern, of course, we had a lot of staff on. We also had a fire from the day previous down in the 100 Mile area, the Gustafson fire. That fire just outside of 100 Mile, just to the west of 100 Mile. And there was an IMT that was coming into place. We had quite a few resources from both the Cariboo Fire Centre, but also we were being provided resources from around the province to that fire. So on the 7th, lo and behold, we started picking up lightning fairly early in the afternoon, as I said, and it didn't go past the Cariboo. It actually ended up being that most of the lightning occurred within the Cariboo. It was fairly hard to manage in understanding where all the fires were. We were getting lots of reports. Our 1-800 call center, it actually went down. It was overwhelmed with calls. Of course, the central interior of British Columbia generally is small towns. And as small towns go, we're a community. People know us, we know them.
Yep.
We had various people reaching out to us, telling us what was going on. we were taking information from the forest sector community, of course, First Nations,
Right.
people who are out in these areas.
Wow. So, okay, so taking all that into account, obviously July 7th is a big starting day. Where else do you chart the milestones along the way here? Because obviously there's threats to Williams Lake, mass evacuations, a threat to the airport outside. I mean, does it all kind of blend together, or what stands out for you?
Well, it certainly does. What really stands out for me is that first day was pretty hectic. We had fires right here at the airport. In fact, our viewscape, looking out this way, is onto one of those fires, which is actually within a fire department jurisdiction. And they were working that fire, and they weren't having much success. And then a multitude of fires that were affecting smaller communities and so forth, which we were terribly concerned about because we didn't have all of the apparatus that we would really want to have to manage each one of these fires. So, making those decisions, fairly stressful.
Is it hard to talk about for you to like look back on that, or does it get to a point, you're processed, you're 8 years beyond it?
Yeah, no, it still sits with you. It was pretty hard on people, right? Hard on our community, hard on our loved ones, that kind of thing. Absolutely, it was difficult. What does blend together isn't so much maybe the whole of that season, but what day did something happen?
Yeah.
The evacuation of Williams Lake didn't occur for quite some time, as an example.
Yeah.
But the evacuation of some of the smaller communities certainly did. It really disrupts people's lives. It's not something that we take lightly when we make a recommendation around an evacuation order, for sure. Yeah. An alert is, of course, for information for people that there is potential. That's not the intention, is to go to an order, but we want to make people aware that, there is potential. And so those things are pretty reflective on us, especially when you're living in the community that it's happening, right? So, you're talking to your friends, your family, your colleagues, and having to make those decisions,
Well, here, is the evidence you can see still today, 8-year anniversary, and you can tell if you're here at the Williams Lake Airport, Darren, right behind that windsock, there's full evidence there.
Yeah, so one of the fires that affected the airport started over here in what we call the Wildwood area, just right off of Highway 97. Anyone traveling the highway's been through there. And the fire came basically wind blowing in from the northwest and pushed it right across the airfield and took a fairly large swath out over here, and just about joined with that fire that we were talking about down at the 150 that same day.
I remember a lot of concern about that, because if those join, then, well, it's a whole beast, another beast.
Yeah, that's right. There was a lot of concern, and of course within any area of central British Columbia, around any of these towns, it's built up, lots of homes in there. There's smaller subdivisions, small ranches, farms, those kinds of things. So certainly affected a lot of people.
Now, the way I wanted to wrap this up, of course, is I think worthy of a public message, because if this isn't the evidence you didn't need to hear to fire smart your home or do little things around, I don't know what is. What would your words of wisdom be to those people? I mean, it's the springtime. It's a good time probably to get on lots of activities.
Absolutely. You've got to clear off the grass and any shrubbery that's going to be uptight to your home. If you are looking at doing any renovations to the outside of your home, certainly be looking to those products that are fire resistant. It makes such a difference. It makes a difference for ourselves, recognizing that there's homes that we can save and ones that, if they're built up too much, if we can't access them, it's going to be very difficult to protect them.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, thank you for your time today. I appreciate it, as always. Just such a wonderful story to tell here, the story of saving the airport and the town. And it goes without saying, but it's thanks to people just like you. So thank you.
Thank you.
Primetime Wrestling's back in Prince George this weekend at the Prince George Conference and Civic Center, and so lucky to have Mr. Davey Greenless in here and Stuart as well, the mauler. Guys, must be exciting to be back at it again with some new exciting things.
Oh, yeah. Well, right on the table, you can see one of our newest excitements. We have a VIP title belt, so that'll be up for grabs on Friday night.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah,
or is it Saturday? No, that's Friday.
Friday. And a gauntlet match.
Okay, and tell me about the gauntlet match here, because this caught my attention.
It starts with 2 competitors, and once one person loses, another one comes straight in, and the fight continues.
Oh my God! Do you get a water break? Like
no breaks.
Just keeps going.
It keeps going. I believe we have 6 competitors in the match.
Okay.
And it just goes and goes and goes until the last one.
Has Primetime ever done anything like this before?
We haven't. This is new to us. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Davey, as the leader, the ringleader here, how do you expect this to go?
I like that ringleader. I always expect a little bit of chaos, a little bit of craziness, but I'm really excited to have somebody in the VIP matches have a nice title.
I like it. And now, as a wrestler, the mauler, what is it like to wrestle or partake in a gauntlet match? Because this is like a chaos.
It is chaos. You don't know who's coming next, and no break. So as soon as you pin someone, the next person, the music hits, they're in there, and you just go and go.
So tell me some of the names who are in the gauntlet match here. Or is it a surprise? A little bit of a surprise.
I think Van Halen.
Van Halen. We've got Disco. We've got a new fellow coming in.
Out of Alberta, the Son of Irish.
Son of Irish, yeah.
He's coming in a kilt?
No.
No kilt, okay.
I hope not.
Well, there you go. Maybe the chaos. We don't know. Maybe he's going to beat someone with bagpipes or what?
Yeah.
Well, that's Scottish, I guess. I'm sorry if I insulted anyone out there. But then Saturday, now this is pretty exciting here because there's literally someone chained to a person.
Yes. Sean Gaston and John Gillespie will be chained to each other by the neck in a dog collar chain match.
So you see, Sean Gaston has had a heck of a time staying in the ring.
He's a coward,
and he just gets out of there and runs away with the belt. And
when he beats me for the belt, he was supposed to stay and continue to fight for the heavyweight, and he just took the Northwestern and ran.
He was like, you know what, I'm the aviator, I'm gone.
That's right.
So since he's won that Northwestern belt, every match that he's had, and especially with the series with John Gillespie, he's run away and hasn't finished the match. So John is actually the one that came up with this and challenged him to a dog collar match. So they'll be chained together and nobody's leaving.
So you know what? I'm going to throw out a conspiracy theory here. Was John walking his dog and was like, I think Sean Gaston should be the dog?
Maybe. Yeah. And of course, like with this, there's no rules. They can use the chain as well.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I like this. This is violence on stage. Well, it's entertainment. It's great. And talk about the tickets and funds here as well, because I think it's an important thing to hit on, as always, with you guys.
Our charity, we just did a online competition for a charity. Went charity versus charity and votes.
I like it. You didn't make them take to the mat.
No,
not this time.
Just votes. And the last 2 was Shasti Kelly Road, Drygrad, and the Spirit of the North Healthcare Foundation. Nice. And Shasti came out on top.
Look at that.
Clean, yep.
I like it. Well, hey, Spirit Day's coming up, so they get their share there. But that's cool. So people wondering, multiple ways to get their tickets as well. As always, right, you guys got the online thing and at the door and at Scrapbook Zone still?
Scrapbook Zone, J&A Stereo Plus, and yes, online at ticketseller.ca.
Perfect. All right. If there was one thing to look forward to in the weekend as a whole, what would it be? We talked about lots here, but I want to know your subtle opinion.
There is so much going on.
Well, I'm going to say debuts.
Debuts, yeah.
Yes, we have more people coming in, brand new people. Yeah. We have 3 people coming from Montreal, Quebec, wrestling in this event.
Wow.
Yeah, we have a tag team named Chocolate City, which will be coming in and fighting for the tag team belts as well, I believe. Yeah.
On Friday.
On the Friday night.
I love it. New, exciting, as always. You guys are great. Thanks for coming in today, guys. I'm excited to take in Primetime Wrestling this weekend, the Prince George Conference at Civic Center. Get your tickets, support the Dry Grad, and also Go support the Rushes because it is an absolute hoot. We'll see if anyone ends up getting beat up in the ring. Hopefully no drunk fans.
Yeah.
Never know. Never know what to expect. Thanks, guys.
Entertainment on CKPG Today is brought to you by the Treasure Cove Casino. Now that's entertainment.
It's that time of year for the Prince George Hospice Palliative Care Society's Colour Walk, and so lucky to have Alicia Fitzpatrick in today to talk about it. Thanks so much for making the time. Yeah, seventh annual.
It is. 7 years we've been doing this.
Pretty exciting. So talk to me a little bit about the idea behind the walk. There's a lot of walking, a lot of fundraising, and a lot of people involved.
There is. Colour Walk is all about walking in memory of people you may have lost, whether it's at hospice or in general. It brings up the conversations. You're walking, you're remembering, maybe they had a favorite color, maybe they had a favorite park. It helps open up those conversation lines and remember your person while you're raising money for the Prince George Hospice Palliative Care Society.
Yeah, I think it's great. I've seen a bunch of people posting on social media.
Yes.
Just opening the dialogue, whether it's something, a family member, a friend, someone they've lost, and talking about them a little bit. And it seems like, it's a great way to do that and raise money for hospice as well.
Absolutely. And, we've been trying to get even the young ones involved, reach out to the school district, and some of the schools have been participating. Nice. It opens up that conversation maybe at the younger level as well, helping them understand what they're feeling or why mom's been sad or something, anything really, to open up that dialogue with them. Yeah. But then remembering that it is also fun. Life is to be celebrated. And so then we meet together and finish our steps.
Yes.
All in that color mess.
It's a mess, it's chaos, it's an absolute
beautiful.
Blast, though. Yeah,
It
no
is.
kidding. And even the hospice chicken going to be involved this year?
Yes, the chicken has definitely been around visiting our sponsors right now.
Has it crossed the road?
It crossed several today. Ran a couple things over. You never know what he's going to do, though.
So I had to ask the question. I couldn't help myself.
It comes up.
But for those who don't know, all the proceeds, of course, how hospice works. We might be beating the drum here, but it's important because people probably don't understand. The funding for hospice comes from the community.
It absolutely does, and we are supporting our home hospice program with the Colour Walk. So we've been asking everybody, especially people who have been touched by hospice, who have had their family or friends be a part, go through our hospice programs, to be the ones out there supporting us. We're really looking forward to seeing everybody out there and helping us reach our $50,000 goal this month.
Okay, $50,000 is the big goal. How many participants do you got on the ballpark for me?
Right now, I think we're at about 75 walkers out there, and they are everywhere. Some of them are right now in Europe walking and sharing everything from Paris and Luxembourg, everywhere.
Wow, international.
International walking.
I like it. So if someone was really eager and they missed the first part, can they still sign up?
Absolutely. You can head to our website at pghpcs.ca, register your team or yourself. You don't have to join a team, or you can help one of the teams that's already there.
Yeah,
I heard there's a bubble team.
Oh, is there?
There's a bubble station team.
Okay, I like the bubble stations. I like this. This is seventh annual of this going on as well. I remember talking about the beginning of this with Donna, I'm pretty sure, and just the hope that this would continue and go on for many years. So it must be cool to say it's 7 years as well.
7 years, and it's getting bigger and bigger every year. More people joining in, especially for the big celebration day. We're actually moving it to the Clayton Memorial Park this year. So we have a lot more space for a lot more color.
That's going to be awesome. What is your color you're looking forward to splashing people with at the end?
Oh, my color is always purple. My grandmother's favorite color is purple. My grandmother passed away at our Prince George Hospice, so that's who I always walk for. And purple's my favorite, so we throw that color around.
I love it, Team Purple. Thanks for sharing that. I think that puts it in perspective as well. Of course, sign up for the Hospice Colour Walk. It's on right now, and you still got some time to join a team, participate, or I guess you could participate with your wallet too.
Absolutely. Donations are always accepted for this. Let's cheer on the teams and help support them.
And some of them have some great names as well. A shout out to Scrambled Legs, definitely out there. Thanks so much, Alicia.
Thanks, Kaden.
taking a look at today's CKPG Snapshot. This one comes from Connor Westergaard, Mr. National Geographic. Back at it again. Found a nice black bear, a very hairy bear, and I don't know, does he look happy to be in hibernation or grumpy? I don't know. It's up to you to decide watching this, but maybe he's looking for that jar of honey. Yeah, maybe it's that. Thanks so much, Connor, for sending this one in. If you have a snapshot, send it our way. snapshot@ckpg.com. Keep in mind, folks, Connor has a good zoom lens. He did not get this close to this bear, so don't do that. Hey there, got an idea or a suggestion for the show? Reach out and connect through our social media or send us an email at letstalk@ckpgtoday.ca. It's crazy when you go to the airport here in Prince George, the area that you go after security, albeit the restaurant not being open, bit of a bummer, but the area itself is really nice, right? It's hard to believe it's actually as old as it is. It's about 20 years old back there, but they certainly built it in a great way, that's for sure. We're going to take a look back at that construction today in local history. Looking back in local history to 2003, a big expansion project for the airport, 4 million buckaroos, and it got basically that new area to sit in while you're trying to board your plane. It also helped the baggage area, customs, a lot of it actually. A big airport expansion that we all enjoy today, with the soon-to-be coffee shop once again. Excitement all the way around at YXS. There you go, Prince George Airport doing things. And probably talking about almost expanding that area again 20 years later. But lots to be excited about, of course, up there, including the restaurant that's soon to be the cafe after security and a restaurant before as well. Lots coming up there. So thanks so much for watching today. Happy to be PG's Gossip Girl once in a while and give you the hot gossip where I can. Okay? We do it. It's a win-win for both of us. Thanks so much for watching today. We'll see you for more good stuff on the show tomorrow. Bye for now, folks.